My beloved child, open this right away. Do not rush past this moment. Do not scroll away. Do not tell yourself you will come back later, because this word has found you for a reason. I am speaking to the part of you that has been hidden for too long. The part you cover with a smile. The part you silence when others ask if you are okay. The part that still aches when the room becomes quiet and no one is watching. I know what you have been carrying. I know what you have been pretending does not hurt anymore. And I know the strength you have been wearing like a garment, even when your soul has been tired beneath it. This is not a message to frighten you. This is not a message to condemn you. This is my hand reaching gently toward the door of your heart, asking you to open what pain has taught you to lock away. Stay with me for a moment. There is something I need to say to you before you hide again, before you push the feeling down again, before you return to being strong for everyone else while your own heart keeps whispering for help. You have carried silent tears. You have swallowed words you wanted to say. You have prayed prayers so quiet that even you wondered if they reached heaven. But they did. I heard them. I saw them. I saw the pain you never explained. I saw the disappointment you buried. I saw the nights you tried to hold yourself together. And today, my child, I am not passing by that hidden place. I am coming straight to it. Open your heart. I have seen what you hide. I have seen what you hide. And that is why this moment is not accidental. You did not come across these words by chance. You did not pause here because of some random movement of your hand or some meaningless moment in your day. I allowed this message to find you because there is a place inside you that has been waiting to be seen, even though you were afraid to let anyone look that deeply. You may not have known how much you needed this. You may have told yourself you were fine. You may have whispered, "I can handle it." You may have kept moving, kept working, kept smiling, kept answering people, kept doing what needed to be done. But I saw the part of you that was growing tired beneath the surface. I saw the part of you that wanted to stop for just a moment and breathe. I saw the part of you that wanted someone to notice without you having to explain everything. I saw the part of you that has been carrying more than your words have admitted. My child, I know the way you have learned to protect yourself. You do not always say what hurts you anymore. You do not always ask for comfort when you need it. You do not always tell people when your heart feels heavy, because somewhere along the way, you learned that not everyone handles your pain with care. So you became quiet. You became strong. You became careful with your tears. You learned how to continue while hurting. You learned how to encourage others empty. You learned how to encourage others while secretly needing encouragement yourself. You learned how to say, "I'm okay," even when your heart was asking, "Does anyone see me?" I see you. I see you more clearly than you see yourself right now. I see the heaviness that follows you into the morning. I see the thoughts that visit you at night. I see the moments when you sit in silence and feel emotions rising that you cannot even name. I see how much energy it takes for you to appear steady when inside you are asking me for strength just to keep going. This is why I brought you here. Not to expose you in shame. Not to remind you of what you could not fix. Not to make you feel weak for being tired. I brought you here because your heart has been speaking in ways your mouth could not. Your tears have been praying. Your sighs have been praying. Your silence has been praying. And I have heard every prayer that never became a sentence. Do not dismiss this moment. Do not treat it as ordinary. There is a reason your spirit feels the weight of these words. There is a reason something in you wants to stay, even if another part of you wants to pull away. The part of you that wants to leave is the part that has been afraid to feel. But the part of you that wants to stay is the part that still believes I can heal what has been hidden. So stay with me. Let this moment become safe. Let your heart stop performing. You do not have to be impressive here. You do not have to be composed here. You do not have to prove that you are strong enough to deserve my love. I already love you. I already know you. I already understand the story behind your silence. And I am speaking to you now because the hidden place inside you is not forgotten. It is not too deep for me. It is not too messy for me. It is not too late for me to enter. This moment is my gentle knock on the door you thought no one could reach. Open a little more, my child. I am here. Open a little more, my child. I am here. And because I am here, you do not have to pretend with me. You have pretended long enough. You have carried strength for so long that people around you have started to believe you are always okay. They see you smile. They see you answer. They see you work, help, serve, forgive, and keep going. Because you continue, they assume you are not tired. But I know the truth. You are tired in places no one can see. Not only in your body, but in your thoughts. Not only in your schedule, but in your soul. You have carried responsibilities, disappointments, memories, and prayers that still feel unanswered. You have kept moving while a quiet part of you keeps asking for rest. There are mornings when the weight returns before your feet touch the floor. You open your eyes, and life is already asking something from you. Be ready. Be kind. Be strong. Be available. Keep going. So you gather yourself again. You breathe deeply. You put on the version of yourself that others know how to receive. You know how to sound normal when your mind is crowded. You know how to keep your face calm when something inside you is shaking. You know how to give comfort while your own soul is quietly asking for comfort. My child, I see that. I see the strength that costs you more than others understand. I see the moments when you almost say what you feel, but then you stop. You tell yourself it is not the right time. You tell yourself others are busy. You tell yourself they may not understand. So you swallow the words and choose silence again. But silence does not mean the pain is gone. Silence only means you have learned to carry it quietly. You have carried the ache of people who did not show up the way you hoped they would. You have carried the sadness of being misunderstood. You have carried the pressure of trying to be mature, patient, forgiving, and faithful, while still feeling wounded inside. Because you did not want to seem weak, you kept going. Because you did not want to burden anyone, you stayed quiet. Because you did not want to be judged, you said less than your heart needed to say. There are things you have not explained because you are tired of explaining. There are wounds you have not touched because you are afraid that if you touch them, the tears may come again. So you keep busy. You fill the silence. You move from one task to another, hoping that if you keep moving, you will not have to feel what is sitting beneath it all. But I am not fooled by your busyness. I know when your hands are active, but your heart is weary. I know when your schedule is full, but your soul feels empty. I know when you are surrounded by noise, but still feel alone inside. This hidden exhaustion does not always look dramatic. Sometimes it looks like numbness. Sometimes it looks like not wanting to answer the phone. Sometimes it looks like losing interest in things that once gave you joy. Sometimes it looks like praying less, not because you stopped loving me, but because you do not know what to say anymore. You still believe, but your faith feels tired. You still hope, but carefully. You still pray, but sometimes the prayer is only a sigh. You still want to trust me, but part of you is afraid to hope too boldly because disappointment has taught you to protect yourself. I know that place, the place where faith and fatigue meet, the place where you say, Lord, I trust you, while another part of your heart whispers, please do not let me be disappointed again. But hear me gently. Pain is not your identity. Exhaustion is not your name. The mask you wear is not the truth of who you are. You are my child. You are not the strong version people expect. You are not the silent version pain trained you to become. Beneath all of that, there is still a heart I created. A heart that wants to breathe again. A heart that wants to feel safe again. A heart that wants to be loved without being used, heard without being dismissed, and held without being hurt. I see that heart, even when you hide it. Especially when you hide it. You have wondered if anyone notices how much you give. I notice. You have wondered if anyone sees how hard it is for you to keep showing up. I see. You have wondered if your quiet endurance matters. It matters to me. You have wondered if your tears count when no one else sees them. They count in my presence. Not one tear has fallen outside my care. Not one silent prayer has been ignored. Not one moment of private pain has been meaningless to me. I know you have tried to be okay. But my child, healing does not begin when you deny the wound. Healing begins when you let me touch it. And that is why I am speaking to you now. Not to shame you for being tired. Not to accuse you for the prayers you could not finish. Not to reject the part of you that feels weak. I am speaking because I have been closer than you realized in every hidden moment. I was there when your smile faded after everyone left. I was there when you sat alone with thoughts too heavy to explain. I was there when you whispered, "I can't keep doing this." I heard you, and I am here now. So do not run from what you feel. Do not hide from me. Do not cover the wound just because you have learned how to function with it. Let me come near. The part of you that feels most tired is not the part I reject. It is the part I am reaching for with the deepest tenderness. Because I am not just seeing the condition you are in. I am preparing to heal what caused it. I am preparing to heal what caused it. Not only the tiredness you feel today, not only the heaviness you carry in silence. I am reaching deeper, my child. I am reaching into the places you learned to protect, the places you stopped talking about, because speaking of them made you feel too exposed. I know where the pain began. I know the words that wounded you. I know the silence that confused you. I know the absence that made you question your worth. I know the moment something inside you changed, when you realized that not everyone who says they care knows how to handle your heart gently. You may not talk about that moment often. You may have buried it beneath routines, responsibilities, smiles, and spiritual words that helped you survive. But I saw it when it happened. I saw how your heart tightened. I saw how trust became harder. I saw how you began hiding your needs and preparing yourself for disappointment. You learned to expect less so it would hurt less. You learned to ask for less so rejection would not cut as deeply. You learned to hope quietly so no one would know if hope broke inside you. But I knew. I knew when you wanted someone to stay and they left. I knew when you needed comfort and were met with distance. I knew when you tried to explain your heart and felt misunderstood. I knew when you gave your love, your loyalty, your patience, your time, and your prayers, and still felt unseen. You told yourself to move on. You told yourself everyone gets hurt. You told yourself it was not worth thinking about anymore. But my child, just because you survived it does not mean it did not matter. Just because you kept going does not mean you were not wounded. I saw the private cost of your strength. I saw you wipe your face, take a deep breath, and step back into life as though nothing had happened. I saw you walk into rooms with a calm expression while your heart was still trembling. There were nights when the pain returned without warning. A memory, a word, a song, a place, a certain tone in someone's voice. a quiet moment before sleep. And suddenly, what you thought you had buried rose again. You wondered why it still hurt. You wondered if something was wrong with you. You wondered why you could forgive and still feel the bruise. Listen to me gently. Healing is not pretending the bruise was never there. Healing is allowing me to touch it without shame. You have carried disappointments that changed the way you look at life. Slowly, quietly, little by little, you stopped expecting people to understand. You stopped expecting support to come when you needed it. You became the one who shows up, the one who listens, the one who holds things together. But inside, there were moments when you wanted to ask, "Who holds me?" I heard that question, even when you did not speak it. I heard it in your silence. I heard it in your sighs. I heard it in the way you kept giving while feeling empty. I heard it when you wondered why others seemed to receive the care you kept offering, while you stood there with an aching heart. You have been lonely in ways that are difficult to explain. Not always physically alone. Sometimes you were surrounded by people and still felt unseen. Sometimes you were in conversations and still felt unknown. Sometimes you were close to others but still guarded, because a part of you was afraid that if they saw the whole truth, they might not stay. So you gave them the version of you that felt safest. The steady version. The pleasant version. The capable version. The version that does not ask for too much. The version that says, "I understand," even when your heart wishes someone would try to understand you. But I know the version beneath that. The one who gets tired of being strong. The one who wants to be comforted without explaining every detail. The one who wants to be loved without performing. The one who wants to rest without guilt. My child, I see that hidden ache, and I do not judge you for it. I also know the prayers you did not finish, the ones that began with hope and ended in tears, the ones you whispered in the dark, the ones you could not say out loud because your voice would have broken, the ones that were only a few words: "Help me, hold me, please, Lord, I cannot do this alone." Those prayers reached me, not because they were polished, not because they sounded strong. They reached me because they were true. There were times when you did not know what to pray anymore. You felt too tired to ask again, too weary to hope again, too afraid to believe that anything could change. So your prayer became a breath, a tear, a silence. I understood everyone. I do not need long sentences to understand a breaking heart. I do not need perfect faith to come close to my child. And yes, I saw the dreams you buried. I saw the desires you stopped mentioning because disappointment made them feel dangerous. I saw the hopes you folded away quietly, not because you no longer wanted them, but because wanting them hurt too much. I saw the peace you thought would come sooner. I saw the healing you thought would have happened by now. You did not bury those dreams because you were faithless. You buried them because you were tired. Tired of hoping. Tired of waiting. Tired of watching others receive what you were still praying for. Tired of telling yourself to be grateful while still feeling the ache of what had not changed. I saw that conflict inside you. The part of you that wants to trust me, and the part that is afraid to trust again. The part that says, God is good, and the part that whispers, then why does this still hurt? I am not offended by that struggle. I am not angered by your questions. I am not distant because your heart is complicated. I move closer. I move closer to the place where faith is trembling. I move closer to the place where hope feels thin. I move closer to the part of you that wonders whether I still hear you, remember you, and care about the details that keep you awake at night. I do. I care about the rejection that made you shrink. I care about the betrayal that made you guarded. I care about the loneliness that taught you to stop expecting comfort. I care about the weariness that made prayer feel heavy. I care about all of it. And there is something else I see. I see the shame you attach to your pain. You wondered if you should be over it by now. You wondered if your sensitivity made you weak. You wondered if your tears meant you lacked faith. You wondered if being tired meant you were failing me. No, my child, no. Your tears do not make you a failure. Your weariness does not make you rejected. Your sensitivity does not make you weak. Your need for healing does not make you less loved. You have been wounded, and wounds need care. You have been carrying weight, and weight must be lifted. You have been silent for too long, and silence needs my voice to enter it with truth. So let me come closer. Let me sit with you in the hidden place. Let me touch the memories you avoid. Let me breathe over the dreams you buried. Let me hold the questions you were afraid to ask. Let me gather the tears you thought disappeared into the night. Do not think I only want the clean, composed, faithful-looking pieces of you. I want your whole heart. I want the parts that are tired, confused, numb, afraid to hope, and still crying over things no one else remembers. Bring that part to me. Do not leave it outside of my presence. You are safe with me. Safe to cry. Safe to admit. Safe to be tired. Safe to say, Lord, this still hurts. And when you say that, I will not rush you. I will not shame you. I will meet you with tenderness. I will begin where you are, not where you think you should already be, because I have seen what you hide, and I have not come to punish the hidden place. I have come to heal it. I have come to heal it. But before I heal it fully, my child, I want you to see your pain differently. For so long, you have looked at your tears through shame. You have looked at your weariness and called it weakness. You have looked at your guarded heart and wondered if something was wrong with you. You have looked at the places inside you that still hurt and thought, maybe I should be past this by now. But I do not see your pain the way you see it. I do not look at your tears and see failure. I do not look at your exhaustion and see faithlessness. I do not look at your silence and see rebellion. I see a heart that has been trying to survive. I see someone who kept going when stopping would have been easier. I see someone who continued to love, serve, believe, and show up while carrying broken pieces quietly inside. Your pain is not proof that I left you. Your pain is not proof that you are weak. Your pain is not proof that your faith has failed. Pain is often the place where the heart is asking to be touched. It is a signal that something inside you needs tenderness, truth, rest, and my presence. You were never meant to bury pain so deeply that it became your identity. You were meant to bring it to me, one layer at a time. Even the way you protected yourself makes sense to me. You closed certain doors because they were once open to the wrong hands. You stopped speaking because your words were once mishandled. You became careful with trust because trust had cost you more than people realized. I do not condemn you for the walls, but I am gently showing you this. The walls that protected you in one season may begin to imprison you in another. What helped you survive may not be what helps you heal. The silence that kept you from being misunderstood may also keep you from being comforted. The numbness that kept you from feeling more pain may also keep you from feeling joy again. The guardedness that kept others from hurting you may also keep my love from reaching the deeper places of your heart. That is why I am not tearing your walls down with force. I am standing at the door with patience. I am inviting you to let me in, not all at once if your heart is trembling, not with perfect words if you do not have them, not with a performance of faith if you feel weak. Just honestly, just gently, just one surrendered place at a time. The fact that it still hurts does not mean you have not grown. Sometimes growth looks like finally being honest about the wound. Sometimes healing begins when you stop calling yourself dramatic and start admitting that what happened mattered. Sometimes strength is allowing me to touch what you have been afraid to feel. You are not going backward because tears rise again. You are not losing faith because old pain comes to the surface. You are not broken beyond repair because healing takes time. There are wounds that cannot be healed by ignoring them. There are memories that cannot be redeemed by pretending they never shaped you. But when you bring them into my presence, they begin to lose their power to define you. What hurt you may have shaped some of your reactions, but it does not own your future. What disappointed you may have made you cautious, but it does not get to decide how deeply you will love again. What broke your trust may have slowed your steps, but it does not have authority over the road I am preparing before you. You are not your pain. You are not your past. You are not the wound. You are my child. And because you are mine, no hidden hurt is beyond my reach. I can soften what disappointment hardened. I can restore the tenderness you thought you lost. I can teach your heart how to feel again without fear controlling every breath. But I will not shame you into healing. I will love you into healing. I will meet you in truth, because truth is where healing begins. And the truth is this: you were hurt, but you are not abandoned. You were disappointed, but you are not forgotten. You were misunderstood, but you are fully known by me. You were tired, but you are not finished. You were wounded, but you are not ruined. The enemy wanted you to believe your pain disqualified you from peace, but I am telling you now, your pain is the place where I am revealing my nearness. The enemy wanted you to believe the hidden place was too dark for me, but I am telling you now, there is no room in your heart where my love cannot enter. So bring the part of you that is still healing to me. Let me hold it. Let me teach you to look at yourself with the mercy I have always had toward you. This pain is not the end of your story. In my hands, even what hurt you can become a place of wisdom, compassion, discernment, and deeper dependence on me. I am not saying the pain was good. I am saying I am good enough to redeem what pain tried to destroy. I am not saying what happened did not matter. I am saying it mattered so much that I came close to heal it. You do not have to be ashamed of needing healing. You do not have to hide the wound from the one who already sees it. What you called weakness, I am touching with strength. What you called brokenness, I am covering with mercy. What you called too late, I am meeting with grace. What you called hidden, I am bringing into my light. And what you thought would always hurt the same way is beginning, even now, to change in my presence. And what you thought would always hurt the same way is beginning, even now, to change in my presence. Not because you forced yourself to heal, not because you became strong enough to carry pain without feeling it, not because you learned to hide it better, but because you are allowing me to come near. And where I come near, restoration begins. My child, I want you to understand how I heal. I do not always heal the heart in one loud moment. Sometimes I heal gently, layer by layer, truth by truth, breath by breath. Sometimes I begin by giving you courage to admit what hurts. Sometimes I begin by helping you feel safe enough to stop pretending. Sometimes I begin by quieting the voice that told you your pain was too much. I am beginning where you stopped being honest with yourself. I am beginning where you learned to smile while breaking. I am beginning where prayer became difficult because disappointment made words feel heavy. I am not afraid of that place. I am not overwhelmed by what you carry there. Give it to me slowly if you must, but give it to me truly. You do not need to bring me a perfect prayer. You do not need to sound strong. Just come with the ache, the confusion, the questions, the tiredness, and the tears that still rise when you least expect them. I can receive all of it. I can hold what has been too heavy for you. I can restore what pain convinced you would never feel whole again. But I am asking you to stop hiding from me. Do not hide behind busyness. Do not hide behind helping everyone else. Do not hide behind, "I'm fine," when your soul is asking for rest. I already know the truth, and I am not here to condemn you for it. I am here to meet you inside it. So begin with honesty. When you pray, do not pray the prayer you think you are supposed to pray. Pray the truth. Tell me where it hurts. Tell me what still disappoints you. Tell me what you do not understand. Tell me where you feel tired, numb, guarded, or afraid. Not because I need information. I already know. But because when you speak the truth in my presence, the lie begins to lose its power. The lie that says you are alone. The lie that says no one cares. The lie that says your pain is too complicated. The lie that says you must remain strong every moment to be loved. Those lies cannot remain as strong when your heart stands honestly before me. Then, my child, let yourself rest. Rest does not mean you have given up. Rest does not mean you are ignoring your responsibilities. Rest means you are finally allowing me to be God in the places where you have been trying to carry everything alone. There are burdens you were never meant to hold without my help. There are fears you were never meant to rehearse every night. There are wounds you were never meant to manage in silence. So place them in my hands again, name by name, fear by fear, tear by tear. And when fear returns, return to me. When old thoughts rise, return to me. When shame whispers that nothing is changing, return to me. Healing often looks like choosing my presence again until pain no longer has the final voice. I will teach you how to breathe again. I will teach you how to pray without performing. I will teach you how to trust without denying what hurt. I will teach you how to open your heart without handing it to unsafe voices. I will teach you how to love with wisdom, rest without guilt, and feel without being ruled by fear. The tenderness you thought you lost is not gone. It has been guarded beneath the layers of survival. The peace you have longed for is not too far away. I can bring calm into places where your thoughts have been loud for years, but walk with me slowly. Do not demand that your heart heal on someone else's timeline. Do not compare your process to another person's story. Do not shame yourself because certain memories still hurt. I am gentle with you. Learn to be gentle with yourself. When you feel weak, say, "I am being held." When you feel tired, say, "I am learning to rest." When tears come, say, "God sees me here too," because I do. I see you in the healing. I see you in the waiting. I see you in the small steps no one else celebrates. I see you when you whisper one honest prayer instead of pretending you are okay. And I promise you this, I will not abandon the work I have begun in you. I will keep drawing near. I will keep speaking truth over the places where lies took root. I will keep covering you with mercy when shame tries to return. I will keep leading you toward peace, not by force, but by love. You may not see the full restoration all at once, but you will begin to notice small signs of life. More peace in places that used to overwhelm you. More honesty in your prayers. More softness where you once felt numb. Do not despise those small beginnings. They are holy. They are evidence that I am moving quietly within you. Today, open your heart a little more. Not to every person, not to every voice. Open your heart to me. Say it simply if you need to. Lord, I open my heart to you. Say it with tears if they come. Say it with trembling if you must. Say it even if part of you is still afraid. I will meet you there. My child, you have hidden long enough. Now let me hold what you have hidden. Let me heal what you have carried. Let me restore what pain tried to silence. This is not the end of you. This is the beginning of your heart, learning to live again. But my child, listen to me carefully. Do not leave this moment and return immediately to the same hiding place. Do not let shame close the door I have gently opened. Do not let fear tell you that nothing has changed. Do not let the voices of your past speak louder than my voice in this moment. The enemy would love for you to hear these words, feel my nearness, and then walk away as if they were only emotions passing through you. But this is more than a feeling. This is an invitation. This is me calling you out of hiding and back into the safety of my presence. Protect what I have spoken into your heart. Do not rush back into distraction. Do not bury this under noise. Do not cover the wound again just because vulnerability feels unfamiliar. Stay tender before me. Stay honest with me. Stay close enough to hear me when fear tries to return. Now, my child, pray with me. Lord, I open my heart to you. I surrender the pain I have hidden. I surrender the tears I have swallowed. I surrender the memories I have avoided. I surrender the disappointment that made me guarded. I surrender the shame that told me I should be stronger by now. Come into the places I have locked away. Touch what still hurts. Heal what I cannot heal on my own. Teach me how to rest in your love. Teach me how to pray honestly. Teach me how to stop pretending and start trusting you with my whole heart. I receive your mercy. I receive your nearness. I receive your healing, layer by layer. I believe you have seen me. I believe you have heard me. I believe I am safe with you. And I believe this hidden pain is not the end of my story. My beloved child, hold on to that prayer. Let it become more than words. Let it become the first step of surrender. When old fear rises, come back to me. When you feel tempted to hide again, come back to me. When your heart feels tender, come back to me. I am not leaving you. I am not rushing you. I am walking with you. If this message has spoken to the hidden place in your heart, write in faith, Lord, I surrender this pain to you. And if you know someone who always says, I'm fine, but maybe silently hurting, share this message with them. Not as pressure, not as performance, but as love. Because someone else may need to hear this today. I have seen what you hide, and I have come to heal it.